is up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we're back with Chapter 2 of Uncharted The Lost Legacy, where we're going to find all of those collectibles scattered throughout Infiltration, which happens to be the name of Chapter 2. And, hey, want to bring up a quick point here. We do have some quick links down below to get you through all of the collectibles scattered throughout this level, and all of the other levels for that matter. However, I do want to point out that as soon as you start Chapter 2, there is a photo opportunity straight to the right of you, right through this big pink lotus sign here. Now, I want to point out that when we started this, we actually did not have the icon there. We had to restart the checkpoint. So if it loads in funny for you too, make sure you just use that restart checkpoint and it should reload that photo opportunity. And look at that. Ka-ching! Got our photo taken and we're ready to roll out. Next up, we're going to go ahead and move Chloe over to this triangle on the side of the wall here where we can boost Nadine up and get her to the top. Now, just a quick reminder again, yes, we do have quick links down below. And the first half of this video is actually really collectible intensive. We have more than just one or two collectibles for the first time in our series. And the second half of this video is pretty cutscene intensive. So lots and lots of opportunities to watch and listen. So pay attention for now, and we'll listen and watch later. All right, we're going to drop down after a wild and crazy slide, and then I actually make a funny jump and kind of get myself stuck down here. However, there is a pipe I can climb up, so if you missed the big jump onto the sign, I've got you covered. There's this long steel pipe, giggity, on the far right side here you can climb up. Now, shimmy your way all the way over to the signs and hop over by using the X button. Boy, I can't stress enough how much I love that this is a console-specific game and I don't have to try and guess or talk about other buttons, even though I'm talking about other buttons. Anyhow, all right, we have shimmied our way all the way across those signs and onto the rooftop here, which is just a small, short one, but we're going to jump on down below, and guess what? We're not quite ready for a collectible, but hey, guess what? We're getting really close. So we actually have to kind of balance our side, or shimmy our way across this little ledge here, and hop across and then climb up a pipe, which is a little deceiving. You don't have to go all the way to the far left. You can just hop right up, and look at that. We go up, up, and away, and oh, guess what? This next set of double signs here is the sign of the next treasure, or I guess the first treasure in this particular area, and this one is pretty easily missed as you're supposed to go down to the left right there, and oh, I almost fall off and plummet to my doom, but I save myself and grab onto the ledge, and look at that. There is a treasure hidden behind this little shanty over here behind the barrel, so make sure you pick that up, and we'll take a quick look at it. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. It looks a little suspect to me. Oh, it's a bullet whistle. We'll go ahead and add that to our collection. And here, before too long, we'll be getting that Casual Treasure Hunter trophy for collecting 5 total treasures. Now, all right, speaking of treasure, we got this zip line here. I love how she slides down using that rag and busts up the light bulbs, and Buddy doesn't hear him. That's so convenient. But we'll go ahead and sneak attack this guy here, give him a nice little sleeper move. That's right, go to sleep, go to sleep. Now he's out, and inside this little shack here, we're going to need that roller cart, but we're also going to want to grab that treasure sitting on the table to the right there. So swoop it on up, and once we get the opportunity, we'll check it out. Oh, we got a military service lighter. We'll take it for those, I guess, those cold, dark moments. We need to shine a little light. All right, remember I told you we're going to need this roller cart? Well, I wasn't lying. We're going to need to, well, I don't know if you need to roll it right over Buddy there, but holy cow, that was like a roller derby right there. Anyhow, we're going to move it so we can climb up on top of this building here and get up, up, and over. That's right. I've been using my old cartoon up, up, and away a lot. I'll stop because I'm sure that's already getting annoying. I'm getting annoyed with it. I can't imagine you're not. All right, we're going to drop down onto this ledge and climb up on top of the roof, and check this out. This was kind of a funny situation here. There is an edit here, so if you see a little bit of a blip coming here in about 10-15 seconds, that's because you are correct. There is an edit. Oh, and when I walked up and I hit L3, except for I didn't hit L3, I hit R3. And Reese is sitting right next to me, and he's like, hey, man, you going to press L3 or what? And I'm like, I did. And he goes, no, you press R. And I was like, no, I didn't watch. And I went over there, and boom, sure enough, we both looked at each other and got a good chuckle out of it. But all right, so I wasn't sure what to do here. When we jump onto these lit up signs out here, it actually says, what are you doing? And she says, oh, I'm just checking things out here. So I felt like I was going the wrong way. So I actually jumped back and got lost, but there was the edit right there as I was climbing over the top. Hey, I got to admit, I'm pretty pretty decent at my edit, so you might not have even seen it had I not said nothing, but I did. So I always spoil it for everybody. I always ruin it by telling everybody my flaws. No, that's how it is, though. Like, you know, a lot of you guys make these comments like, how are you so good at these races? Well, often it's like the third or fourth time I'm doing the race. I've just edited out my mistakes. So although I look like I know what I'm doing, that's not always the case, but thanks to the magical world of video editing, I generally can make myself not look like a complete noob. So all right, those double signs that we hopped out onto give us access to these back wall handhelds, which now we can get all the way up top. And this one's kind of tricky because we need this crate, and we need to move it on down and drop it below for Nadine. However, there is some treasure hiding down below where we just pulled it out from. So check this out. We move the crate, and under it is the treasure. So the next one's going to be, what do we got here? This one's going to be the utility spork. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm a little ahead of myself here, but look at that. It's a utility spork, and booyaka show! We get that trophy for Casual Treasure Hunter, and that's simply for earning the first 5 collectibles there. So we got those. We're off to a good start. We're going to be getting a photo op one here in Chapter 3. So, yeah, we're making some good ground, and Chapter 4 is a nightmare. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my posts on social media and whatnot as we drop it like it's hot. Look at that. We dropped her down below, too. And essentially, there are like 50-plus collectibles in the 4th area. So many, in fact, that they actually give us a map, which should help us get around. So I haven't recorded that yet, but we'll see. Hopefully, it's not a complete nightmare for you guys to watch. I'm sure it'll be a nightmare for me to record. But hopefully, like I said, the magical world of video editing will make me look like I know what I'm doing. All right, so we are making our way out into some danger zones here. We actually have to climb out on this wall here on these weird, like, pipes attached to the wall and climb up and in. And the light's actually directing us to go that way, but we want to go to the far left down the hallway because on the back desk here, we're actually going to find our 4th treasure for this area. Now, keep in mind, we do have more than 4 total treasures. The traveling Inkwell will be looks like our 6th altogether because we just got that trophy for getting 5. But, all right, make your way towards the pink light. I'm pretty sure that's another pink Lotus neon lighting up our pathway here. And, hey, I've got to be honest. You know, normally we go through a lot of these games that have collectibles. We take out all the bad guys in the area and then come back and get the collectibles. We have not had to do that yet, mainly because we're playing on the wussy mode. We're playing on the Explorer difficulty, which I believe removes a lot of the battles that could be. And I think as we get to higher difficulties, not only are the guys tougher, but I think there's more of them scattered throughout. I could be wrong on that. The frequency might be the same. It might just be the difficulty of them. Now, all right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and, speaking of not much combat, we're going to go ahead and rip that guy down. And look at this. We've got ourselves a nice view here. We're going to drop on down, and I started to make my way to the right, but Reese actually noticed there's some handhelds on the left, so sometimes having a good set of eyes, you know, your brother or sister or boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is, playing alongside you can certainly help. Usually I chase him out of here, and I'm like, I don't want a peanut gallery, I don't want comments, I don't want to talk, but today he was extremely helpful, so I might have him stick around a little bit more. All right, so the game's always been good to us, Uncharted that is, as far as labeling kind of the pathway that we need to take. There's usually like yellow or gray marks on the walls that help us find our way. And in this particular case, that was the same. And we made it all the way up to a lock-picking situation here, but apparently Nadine is a little impatient. She is not wanting to wait here, and I gotta admit, I was doing pretty good on that lockpick too. If she would have waited about 7 or 8 seconds, I would have had that totally unlocked, and no one would have heard us. Now, it appears as though no one did hear us. However, I'm not buying it.
Watch our backs, yeah?
I'm not buying it at all. And to be honest with you, I'm talking right over a cutscene that I had intended for us. So, hey, I'm just going to leave that out. Look, they just had a quick little moment there. And to be honest with you, I messed this up. As soon as I walk in here, my notes actually say, once you go in, go to the other room to the left. So I kind of snuck into the left room. However, there's a left and a right side to the left room, and I went to the right side. So unfortunately, I'm seeing all these artifacts, but they're not what we need. As you guys know, the treasures kind of glimmer or glow as we get up close to them. And none of these items are doing that. They're only giving me the indication that they are some sort of, an item I can pick up or whatever. I can action or activate. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm actually just trying to talk over all this nonsense because I totally messed this up. But look, there's another window off to the left, and now we're finally heading in the right direction. And it's going to be off to the left-hand side. On the left-hand side, imagine that. So there she blows. We'll go ahead and swoop up treasure number 5 for Chapter 2 Infiltration, which happens to be the tactical compass. So, oh, to the yeah. Now, that actually wraps up all of the collectibles in this chapter. And like I said, most of the rest of this is pretty cutscene intensive. So there's going to be a little bit of me flapping my yapper here and there. But for the most part, it's just going to be the cutscenes all the way to the end. Now, it is pretty action-packed, and there is a little bit of information that is going to be pertinent to the overall story, but I wouldn't say it's make or break. So if you're all done with the collectibles and you want to just simply move on to Chapter 3, especially if you're playing the game, you'll get to see these cutscenes while you're playing. You don't need to watch mine. That being said, I would totally love you hanging out and watching these because, you know, I don't have a lot of friends. I do all these videos all day long. I'm like locked in a basement pretty much and told that I need to put up a video a day. And as a result, I don't have a lot of friends. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody's locked me in a basement. I have plenty of friends. In fact, I need to hurry up because I've got a friend downstairs waiting for me who has just arrived to hang out and actually help me get through Chapter 4 of Uncharted. That's right. I've got a helper coming to help me out. Even though they gave me a map, it's still not enough. I need a second set of eyes. And, you know, Reese might even come up and help too. So, all right, here we go. We're getting pretty close to this next large cutscene. And when that happens, of course, I'm going to dip out and let it take over so you get to experience what I'm getting to experience, this awesome cinematic game with lots of adventures, highs and lows. All right, so, hey, we got a lockpick. You know, we did get a trophy achievement here called Fingersmith for being super speedy on unlocking this. In fact, if you pick a 3-pin lock in under 30 seconds, you too will get this trophy to ring off. And booyakasha, look at that, we got it. And, you know, I'm looking back thinking, did I call it a trophy achievement just a second ago? Did I just say a trophy? I think I just did say a trophy achievement. I don't want to go back and spoil it for myself. But, oh, shh, cutscene. Saved by the cutscene.
Time to go.
Nadine Ross. What a pleasant surprise. Careful, brothers. This tiger's got claws.
A sov.
Oh, all these years. And you haven't aged a day.
You're too kind.
Are you looking for work? I hear that Shoreline's under new management.
Temporary setback. Nothing I can't handle.
Of course, of course. Pidgey, though. My men and I could use someone of your caliber. Why are you here? I mean, this isn't your area of expertise.
It is a nice collection, I must say. Chloe Fraser, collector of antiquities.
A thief? You're working for a thief.
Sir, we have a situation.
What?
I'll be right there. The disc.
Oh, right, about that. At first, I mistook you for just an average rebel.
Oh.
But you have managed to find the Hoysala Empire. That's not bad. Their greatest treasure, the Tusk of Ganesh. Now that's not an easy find.
What are you doing?
3 Persian invasions, 3 separate wars, and all these years later, no one has found it.
We're close.
You're lost. And the only chance you have of even narrowing down its location is to find someone who can help you crack this artifact.
Someone with an extensive knowledge of Hoysala society.
Exactly.
An expert in their culture and history.
My rates are reasonable.
A parasite who exploits our struggle in order to fatten her pockets.
So that's a no? Felt like a no.
You've got balls. I like that. But I don't need any more so-called experts. Shoot them. Throw their bodies in the river.
No need. We'll throw ourselves out.
This sequence was awesome. She kicks over the table, and then they turn and just bail right through the glass window, and then carnage ensues. That's right, we gotta actually jump from rooftop to rooftop, and it's not necessarily the easiest to figure out. Like, when Nadine is leading the way, all things are gravy. However, when she's not, sometimes it gets a little confusing and you take a few shots. So I'm not looking forward to playing this particular scene during crushing mode, because I'm sure like 1 or 2 bullets is gonna take you out. And as you can see, no matter where I am, what angle I have, I seem to be taking fire in the backside, so. And not the good kind of fire. Giggity. All right, well, moving along, we've got this long pathway lit up. That was the good thing. I will say, follow the light. That always seems to be the case when there's not yellow or gray markings on the walls to follow the light. Now, there's a little bit of both here. As you can see, there's some yellow on the side wall there and the light lit up. And once we get to the top of the stairs, it actually takes us into another cinematic scene. So drop down and, uh-oh, no!
What the hell was that back there?
Messy but effective.
You were going to sell me out, weren't you?
It's called improvisation. God, who's being unprofessional now?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means you let Asav get the jump on us. I'm starting to wonder whether you're worth the 50%.
I knew it. You were going to give me up. Guess the leopard can't change his spots.
You know nothing about me.
Fair warning. Last person who betrayed me wound up dead. There's your river.
Yeah? And your guy better be there. Shit! Yeah, well, time to go! Come on! Right behind you!
Go out of this!
Oh, this is dangerous! Jump! Oh, no! Got you! Thanks! Come on!
You still have the disc.
Yeah. Keep moving.
Oh no! We got a few bad guys here trying to stop us. I'm not sure where they came from. We had quite the lead on them, and you know, all of a sudden they pop up out of nowhere. But it's cool. We got a little double teamage going on here, a little tag team back again. Check it, direct it. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Oh, sorry. I'm not a rapper. I'm not from the '90s either. I shouldn't have gone off like that. But the fact is that we did totally just use teamwork to make the dream work. Now I get totally lost here. I'm not exactly sure which way I'm going, and I start running backwards. And I'm not running backwards. I thought I was, but I'm not. And as it turns out, now they've got rockets they're shooting at us too, and they seem to have like a cheat for quick reload or something, because there are a lot of rockets and explosions happening. I almost didn't make that jump, but luckily for me, I did. I pulled myself up. Here shortly, we're going to actually make a couple of more jumps and then slide down this long blue tarp. It's like the world's largest slip and slide. And then once we hit the bottom, that's when the final cutscene activates, and when I will let the game take over until we say our goodbyes at the final screen there. So, all right, we got this giant building over here. It looks like a 3-tiered billboard. Go ahead and climb all the way up it, and then we got to scale this last wall over here. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Got to follow Nadine over to the right, and booyakashow up onto the. That shanty doesn't look very stable, but it's all good though. We're gonna go ahead and jump from rooftop or shanty to shanty, I guess it is, and then over to the zip line down and.
How are we going out there?
On schedule. Should hit land in about an hour.
Great.
The tusk of Ganesh. No wonder the Hoysala capital was ransacked. Look at this thing. Any luck?
I don't need luck.
I'd say we can use all the luck we can get.
Are you still hung up on Asav's so-called expert? Don't worry.
If Asav's not in the Gets already, he'll be right on our heels. Plus, he's got weapons, transports, hundreds of men.
Like I said, don't worry.
Looks like some kind of key.
Maybe. Let's see. Okay. The trident was Ganesh's weapon. The bow and arrow was Parashurama's. And The axe was a gift from Shiva. The Great Battle.
What?
The battle in which Ganesh lost his tusk. I bet we find these symbols. We find the tusk.
Not bad, Fraser.
Yeah, well. You can thank my dad for that. Hindu myths were his thing.
It rubbed off. You must be proud.
Sun's almost up.
I'll go get ready. Nice work. Nearly there.
This is a long way to go to settle an argument.
Just for my peace of mind, all right?
Well, nice view. And look. How weird. I'm sorry I doubted you, Chloe.
This Hoysala?
Hoysala. It's not a modern structure, so we're definitely on the right track. What?
I don't like it.
You don't like anything.
No. We've gone nearly 100 kilometers with no sign of a sov.
Glass half full, maybe we got the jump on them.
Unlikely.
I'll find the tusk. A salve's on you.
All right, look at that. They've got their little understanding here, and that's gonna wrap it up for Chapter 2, Infiltration, where we found all the collectibles and made it to the end. Whew, that was pretty exciting. We got more coming up. Chapter 3 is just the same, a handful of collectibles and a lot of excitement. So stay tuned, check it out. As for me, that's gonna do it. As always, until next time. Boop, 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 boop.